Welcome back to Dishonored 2. Now that we have rescued Dr. Alexandria Hypatia, aka the Crown Killer, it is time to go look for Anton Sokolov at the mansion of Kirin Jindosh.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
That would be inconvenient, she did.
Ready. All right, let's get underway.
This is one of my favorite levels in Dishonored 2, I should add. You will probably understand why when you see this Clockwork mansion. But before we get there, we have to do certain other things.
Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
Emily, take care of this crazy man and his Clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
So here we are, in the Aventa district, I believe. Strange place to even a health elixir. Not that we need it. Blue one though. Ah, here we are. Thought there would be some loot around here somewhere. Oops. Raw whalebone. It's always nice when you come out somewhere and there's a huge floodlight in your face. Okay, so this is Carriage repair station, I think.
Who else would it be? Malcontents are saying that our bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our cities. But as I look out from the windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Sarkonis is a land of riches. Yes, some people are poor because they're lazy. It's true that across our capital city there are abandoned buildings full of blood flies. There have always
I
been
told her,
blood
if you
flies.
want my advice, just pay the fine and be done with it. No use making
Let's go up here first. An outsider shrine here. Someone seems to have dabbled in things they shouldn't.
I'll tell you a story about Kirin Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaka. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater, playing music that brought listeners to tears. They promptly took it apart, and it has never worked since.
Whispers from the Void by Barnoli Mulani. This is a book that you can read if you'd like. And there's the Whispers from the Void by Barnoli Mulani, Part 2. Leave that to you to read at your own leisure, should you so desire. Now, the civilians down here are, in general, non-hostile. Bathing salts. These, however, are not non-hostile. Quite to the contrary. They actually damage us quite a bit. Oh, go away. But Amber. I think that means there's more in here. Bit of vengeance at that. That one can be useful. A dead body, some sleep darts. And that's useful to know, that there are sleep darts lying around up here. Lucky Sphalerite. The Crown Killer is watching. This should take us out in the street down here. But the question is, and this is something that I've always been curious about, can I take out these civilians quietly? Can't take out this guy. And then bring him inside. Dump him there. Save the game. So I want to smash the window here eventually.
Are you coming tonight?
Nah, not this time.
It's another civilian. And down there we have guards, but let's have a visit to this apartment. There we have Ramsey's stochastic eyes. Grab that. An apple. This guy seems quite dead. There's a letter to Bonville. Major Bonville, thank you again for your help. Without you, it would have been impossible to trace the final members of the Grand Guard who were with Stilton that night 3 years ago. The last man had made it all the way north to Maya, you can believe it, and was recovering at a Tivian asylum for the poor, claiming to have seen all manner of strange things on the night of Stilton's last social gathering. He even described an exotic hooded figure visiting the manor. Perhaps someone connected to Stilton's disappearance. Such matters are best left to military men such as yourself, I suppose. I still have your bank agent's name and address. Rest assured your final payment will be delivered soon. I'm also sending a small flask of a liquor that is close to my heart, made from the pomace left over after wine grapes have been pressed. Please think of me as you enjoy. Yours truly, Brianna Ashworth. Well, guessing that's the cause of his death. Maybe not. The bone charm, exacting aim. What does that do? Your crossbow bolts inflict slightly more damage. Also, the corrupted one is high pressure. Explosions from grenades, oil tanks, and bottles inflict more damage, but have a smaller blast radius. It's the one we picked up in the last level, and I didn't remember to look at it. Okay, so the guard's down here.
Not worth a thing. You can tell he's no good, just by looking at his shoes.
They are generally not that difficult to get rid of when we can link them together.
I just have to finish my shift, and I can go home. Put my feet up.
That's 3. Fourth one is going to be more difficult, though. What I think I'll do is take out him, and then take out him. Now, can I?
What?
No.
A body? Here? That's not right.
Because I want to get him out of the way. Then these guys need to panic and run away first. That's not handy. We were spotted. Need to quick save then. Or a quick load, rather. So yeah, these civilians are going to be annoying. I need to figure out a way to get rid of them. Okay. If I link you... Where did you go? There you went. And then I need to link the fourth one. And
I'm getting tired of the sound of my own voice. It's like I'm talking to a stone wall for all they listen.
and very quickly we need to get this person out of the way so the guard doesn't see her when he comes back. Dump them in here. We have to move quickly now. Get one sleep dart back, that is good. Normally I don't take out civilians, but in this specific scenario we actually do have to take out the civilians. Did that? Are we encountering disappearing bodies again? It appears so. That's weird. I didn't think that happened in Dishonored 2. I thought they had actually optimized the engine well enough that that wouldn't be necessary anymore, but okay. Fine. We've already read the letter, so we don't need to do that again. Take the bone charm. And the coins. The painting. Save. Go into hiding. Now link him. Jump over here. Then link him and him
laundry day yet? Oh, it's gotta be.
If that guy could move somewhere...
Yo, sure, he knows how to talk with the boss.
Someone just heard a dog bark.
It's like spittle.
Of course, now we're all on
Why would he say that? Makes no sense. Anyway.
Too far away, too far away, too far away. Oh, come on.
There once was a man from old Lampro. His cockle was as a minnow.
I don't think anyone saw us. Nope. Good. Then let's start cleaning up. Just dump them on top of the roof here. Unless you haven't noticed yet, when you do the this thing, you can actually, if you press forward, you can move farther than you actually do far reach. Like this, I land farther away. That's a useful thing to know about far reach. Okay, that's the guards out of the way, and we quick save, and we take a look in here. Here's an here is a health elixir, and then there's the Clockwork soldier basics that we've already read. It's a Conan plantain. Now let's quickly check if there is anything loot here. I don't think there is. Let's head into this back alley where we have the black market shop. There'll also be a beggar here.
Hey, times are hard. Help me out if you can.
Sure.
Appreciate it. I'll let you in on a secret. I saw people coming and going recently, looking for whale oil, up to something.
Thank you. I don't think he has anything we are interested in. Are you two? Let's jump up there. And then up here. Here we should find some Adamar solution and a few coins. We want to go up there. As you can see, there is a bloodfly up there. Let's blast that. Ouch. This one you should easily be able to take out like that. Should be fine. Pistol, we don't need that. Those are useful. really dislike that sound. There we go. A dead body. Dried bloodfly husk. Bathing salts. Can have a... Cannot. Apparently the water is out. To sleeping darts. Save. Go in here. Think there's anything of interest out here. Nope. But back here, however, there should be Tivian ore times 2. And in here, an empty safe. Raw whalebone. There are someone down there. I think we got what we wanted from this place, so let's go back into hiding mode.
Impressive how you managed to get there. Be careful. Those people in the oil tanks might still be around.
Thank you, friend.
You said whale oil. I got it for you. Not easy to pinch either.
No, you screwed up. It won't work without another tank. Not enough blast. You gotta trust me on this.
All right. I don't know shit about explosives. Never said I did. I'll go out again later and find some more.
Good. You can't rush jobs like this. It takes a smooth hand.
We can't piss around here forever either. Eventually some wanker will see us and the howlers will catch wind. But I hear you. One more tank.
We better be careful here because of the oil tanks. Don't want them to fall upon them. That would be unideal. Here's a water tap we can use, but I don't have that particular rune equipped, it would seem. Letter from Bethy. Sarah, things are rotten here in Dunwall. Nothing is the same ever since the coup. It ain't safe for no one, and there's no jobs neither. You get yourself back here and take your kids. It ain't right you should have left them with me for so long. Anyway, you didn't mention how sickly they was and how poor behaved they are. Now, you're my sister, and that counts for something, but when the new month comes, I'm leaving. There is no more I can do. I ain't their mother, and they won't listen. Can't afford to feed them no more. There's nothing left for beers or rent by the time they're done eating. And not a penny from you. To find your fortune in Karnaca. Some fortune. Well, that's the end of it. Bethy. Put her here. And her friend with her. Wait, there's a whalebone here. And this is a way to this wall here. If you want to rob the black market shop, this is how you do that. Again, I am not interested in robbing the black market shops. It does give a substantial amount of money. Might also give an achievement, I don't remember. I have done it once, so if it does give an achievement, I already have that achievement. Okay, so that's done with that part of it. Let's unlock this door and get out. And now we need to get down into the black market shop itself.
Welcome. You look like someone with refined tastes. I don't know you.
I'm new to Karnaca. I need a tool that can rewire a wall of light, the kind the Grand Guard uses, and I'd prefer not to explain myself.
I can help you out, but not right now. Don't even linger here. I'm supposed to get a visit from Paolo, someone you don't want to meet. Come back later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by.
Let's get up here. I don't think that does anything in terms of our stats, but clearly they do get freaked by that happening.
I told him. I says, it ain't right coughing up black like that. You should march yourself over to a doctor this very instant.
Dust, I guess.
Black. But did he...
That is Paolo.
I need 8 new cutters. Short blades, the good stuff. Morley steel.
I know what you mean.
Disgusting.
Do you? Because last time, you gave me some backwater foundry garbage that wouldn't hold an edge and snapped against Grand Guard armor.
I got taken on that deal too. But I'll make it up to you, Paolo. Lop off maybe 10%?
30. Because I like you. By next week.
That's fair. I made a bad faith trade and I regret it. You'll have the cutters, I promise.
Good, good. These are strange times. Overseers in the Dust District, a witch empress, and these Clockwork soldiers protecting their aristocracy. All bad for business. But if I get my way, Karnaca will be a different city a year from now.
Indeed.
She's got holes. Hardly lasted a month. I'm gonna get me some new ones, even if I have to pull them off a drunk.
You know, I sleep in the shop most nights. The city's not safe. Good.
There's a newspaper. The Silver Spike, Empress Delilah's secret. Today, risking my very life, I bring you probing questions about our new Empress, Delilah Kaldwin, or, depending on your political leanings, Delilah Copperspoon. Is it true that her mother was a kitchen maid employed in Dunwall Tower? Even if so, that does not prove she was Emperor Euhorn Kaldwin's daughter. If the Emperor did in fact have a second secret daughter, making her the true heir to the Kaldwin throne, why didn't he make the proper arrangements? Outside speculation, what else do we know about our Empress Delilah? What can the Silver Spike tell you beyond marketplace gossip? We can date her past, from the time she claims to have grown up in Jessamine's shadow. We know when Delilah's most regarded paintings were bought and sold. But where was she between those earlier times and this year, when she ascended to the throne in Dunwall? Such a long gap away is suspicious, is it not? No artwork sold, not even an address of record. No neighbours stepping forward with juicy tales from the long period before she arrived in Karnaca. Just 3 years ago. Therein lies a mystery worth cracking, dear readers. Her activities in the time before she was first seen with our dear Duke Luca Abel. She might have been trying to get out of a painting. Who knows? Those howlers will go and hang out in the alley there.
If you're not with the guard, I'm happy to serve.
Okay, first of all, gear-wise, we want to stock up on some more grenades.
A deal well made.
We also want...
a pleasure to do business.
Might as well just buy that. A rune would be useful. Sorry. Also, the key to unlock the ticket booth is definitely something we want. We want a couple of rewire tools. She only had one, though. As for upgrades...
you want blueprints for better weaponry.
What I did between episodes 2 episodes ago was that I bought this reload speed, and then I bought the long distance lover. This is a very useful masterwork upgrade, since as you can see, it gives the crossbow perfect aim, even when you change shots. Also gives it improved damage, but that is not of consequence to a low chaos playthrough, of course. Eventually we want to get the Howling Bolt, but it isn't that necessary for now. On the pistol, the one issue that I have with the pistol is that it makes a heck of a lot of noise. The magnetized bullet is useful in disrupting Clockwork soldiers. We will get that, but I might not use it. As for this, we want more bone charm slots now. And as you can see, I have also bought this moth dust wrappings, which means that we are less visible in well-lit areas, which is also quite useful for us. The blade is completely irrelevant, because if we are engaged in a blade combat with someone, that means that they have seen us. Grenades. Sticky grenades are quite useful, so we'll get that. But more importantly of all, we will get another stun mine charge.
I hope you'll think of me again.
Of course. As you can see, the Howlers are hanging out here. I will just leave them be. We have no business with them. Then there is one final area before we go into the station itself. Aventa Station. A very pretty building. Here's a Aventa district map. We are down here, and the station will take us up to the Grand Guard office. There's a station up here, and then eventually to Jindosh's mansion. Now we need to go in here.
The Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with blood flies. They burn the building to the ground, and the ones on either side.
They may just smoke flash it. Either way, the jewels will be ruined. We're not getting our money, are we?
Have some faith. It'll just be more complicated than I thought it would be.
The Dukes let the blood flies get out of hand this year. Am I ever gonna catch a break?
Nobody's looking out for nobody right now. We'll go back tonight and dig the jewels out. After that, we'll make a quick exit from Karnaca.
Is a guy sleeping? In there
I'll get the
is
cigars tomorrow.
a surprise.
Wanna buy
We'll
one?
get to that as well. First of all, let's take a quick look inside this building to see if there is something interesting for us to pick up in here. Nothing in here, though. 4, 5 something. You know, if you have a big safe with valuables inside, why on earth would anyone write the code that obvious? 2 silver ingots, a lucky sphalerite, and a book, Gathering of the Regenters. This is actually quite interesting. So, second day, month of Timber, 1851. All members present. Primary agenda, possible actions for the upcoming anniversary of the death of Empress Emily Kaldwin. Proposal by Corey Brockburn. Letter to the Karnaca Gazette, explaining that while her murder was reprehensible, the end results may have been positive for the Empire. Action. Motion approved unanimously. In that. Proposal by Janice Tynes. Members wear Lord Regent's crest armbands on the anniversary. Objection by Corey Brockburn. Lovely idea, but it may hurt business for members who need to deal with many clients on that day. Clients might find it in poor taste. Action. 4 votes against, 3 votes in favour, motion rejected. Counter-proposal by Janice Tynes. Armbands could be worn on the 15th anniversary of the Lord Regent's unlawful arrest. Action. Motion approved unanimously. Proposal by Teodoro Benitez. Campaign demanding wider deployment of the Wall of Light brought back into use in Karnaca by Duke Luca Abel. The boldest measures are the safest. Action. Vote delayed until word comes from Grand Guard leadership collecting facts on reductions in crime across Karnaca. Proposal added to agenda for next gathering. Cocktails and spirits served. So there were things going on in the background. Note from Corey Brockburn, 25th day, month of Timber, 1851. Janice, you will find everything in the safe. I've written the combination in the usual place. You know where to look in the office. I changed all the safe tumblers recently because I feel like I'm being followed. Pretty sure I heard shuffling and heavy breathing from somewhere nearby in the dark while I was closing up the office for the night. It's not the Grand Guard this time, but we are being watched for certain. It's probably safer to postpone our next gathering. Can you warn the others? I'll leave for Culero when I'm done with today's clients. Corey Brockburn. I believe Corey Brockburn was one of the victims of the Crown Killer, if I'm not completely mistaken. I'm guessing most of the people in that gathering of 7 people were killed by the Crown Killer. Okay, so it's a bone charm and a rune. Other than that, it doesn't appear to be anything of interest here. And the windows are all protected by these iron bars. That took me a while. Door is blocked. Okay, so I need something to break down that door. Let's see, we can turn off that one because I have no interest of rewiring the Wall of Light. Agility, strength. If we just take this. Oh, I didn't know that. Or I might have known, but I've forgotten you can actually knock out unaware enemies if you throw something in their head. This one, we can do what I want to do, which is basically this. Conservatory closure extended. A representative from the Royal Conservatory confirmed today that the site's closure has been extended once again, with no promise of when it might reopen. Curator Brianna Ashworth could not be reached for comment. Readers will remember that an infestation of mites in the Roseboro exhibit forced the closure nearly 6 months ago, though there have been rumors that no exterminators have been hired. The Roseboro exhibit was to be a prestigious event, sponsored by the Academy of Natural Philosophy, with hopes of attracting numerous experts and guest lecturers from across the Isles. This important exhibition is now on hold indefinitely due to the extended closure. For hopeful visitors, there is nothing to do but wait for further word. Rune or bone charm nearby. I don't think there's anything in here, or it would be shown with the dark vision. There are some bathing salts in here. And there's a very peculiar monster up on the wall there. Black bone charm, void armor. Now, what is that? When you take damage, a significant portion is instead subtracted from mana. We don't need that, so we'll break that down eventually. Now these windows, no, they are not protected. The southern winds presented at the Academy for the benefit and moral edification of the pupils therein. Excerpt from a speech by Caleb Manley, natural philosopher. I'll leave that to your own leisure to read. Grab this painting, the Spy Master's Axis of Asymmetry. Bango Coastline. Then we have the second part of the reflection on Sokolov's journey to the Pandician continent. And that's about it. So this is an excellent place to end the episode, I think. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time.